Term them like this, where politics they shape with future, career they define we path them, and the economy they touch everybody in life.
Big thank you to
one program where they ask the hard question them and same way so bring the answer them close to you, face to face with the movers and shakers, the voice them will matter, the issue them will count. One time per week, one big name, one big issue, one-on-one on Liberty Online TV. Every Friday, 8 to 9 p.m. with Khadija Bangura. One-on-one, only on Liberty Online TV.
Hi, I'm Leo. Want to know more about me? Chat with me on Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, Apple Messages, and Google Business Chat. Search for UBA Chat Banking and always look out for the verified tick.
I think currently I have a thing for Vicky Remo.
Hello viewers, we don't bring different content then to you, and we know the tire for make the content then where you like. And now we dey bring fun and shorts with Adri. This na game show also your favorite celebrity, social media influencers, students, and other people to play game they like, truth and shorts, charades, riddles, and other game then where you self go learn from. This content will come to you every Sunday, 9 o'clock na net. Now all the Liberty Online TV social media platforms then.
She chose number one. She's always number one.
Period.
On top.
Period. On top.
Yeah, man.
So not miss out. Join me for laugh with your favorite celebrity and social media influencers then.
Hey! Enjoy the new collapse bundle price drop. Now you can get your weekly collapse bundle for 60 leones only on MoICE app. Download the MoICE app now on Play Store or App Store. Install the app and enter your orange number and password. Now follow the simple step here. Open the MoICE app. Next, tap the account. Then select airtime and bundle. Enter the number where you want buy for. Now choose the collapse bundle where you need and the one where go suit you. Finally, type your password. Bam! All things set. Subscribe to the collapse bundle today and enjoy more browsing for small couple.
Orange. Term them like this, where politics they shape with future, career they define we path them, and the economy they touch everybody in life.
big thank you to
one program where they ask the hard question them and same way so bring the answer them close to you, face to face with the movers and shakers, the voice them will matter, the issue them will count. One time per week, one big name, one big issue, one-on-one on Liberty Online TV. Every Friday, 8 to 9 p.m. with Khadija Bangura. One-on-one, only on Liberty Online TV.
For the news we dey around, log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change. They get the masses involved. Staffs them everywhere, everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hey, yeah, voices come. Hey, yeah, credibility, now we ability. News, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. He count on me, he count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. He call on me, count on me anyhow. Liberty we rise, like a nigga we fly. Liberty TV day before. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah, voices down. Hi yeah, give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. He count on me, he count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. He call on me, count on me anyhow. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism.
You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
Good morning, viewers, and welcome to the first edition of the Breakfast Show for this week, where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV, where they stream na Facebook, YouTube, and also now we websites where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. We where they bring this edition of the Breakfast Show come to you this Monday morning. My name na Khadija Bangura.
And Mina Mabel Kaba, good morning. Today na Monday, the 20th day of October 2025. Inside this edition of the Breakfast Show this morning, we they can talk about the Miatta Conference Centre, where currently government they transform to the Miatta Civic Centre. What's the rationale behind this? You're going to inside this edition of the Breakfast Show.
All right, well, if you don't follow, inside last week, the Ministry of Information and Civic Education be informed the public say then they can transform the Miatta Conference Centre to a civic centre. What in this particular vision mean for the ministry and also for the country? You go carry from the Minister of Information and Civic Education, when Chernor Bah, as now under in leadership this vision been come about, and how the Miatta Conference Centre then plan for transforming to a civic centre, how long it will take, how we get for finally look like you can know inside this edition of the Breakfast Show as as we get the Minister of Information, we can unpack all this vision and how they plan for transform this vision into a reality. You go hear from Chernor Bah this morning. Good morning, Mr. Minister, and welcome to the breakfast show once again.
Good morning, Khadija. Good morning, Mabel. Good morning, listeners of Liberty Online TV. I'm glad for the opportunity.
After plenty back and forth, finally.
How did you come here? What's you call me? What's the idea?
All right. The much talked about Civic Centre, as I tell the viewers, the minister last week, when I be informed the public say, when I want to transform the Miatta Conference Centre, where plenty people be don't know, say, now a place where government don't they use for all conferences and even other donor and the general public don't they use this particular centre for all conference. Now under your leadership, you get this vision, say you want to transform them into a civic center. Firstly, in simple terms, explain this vision and try to paint the picture of how this civic center get for Talek.
So I tell you, thank you. We will not call me. I'm glad for the today. I tell thank you to all my way don't show interest in the Miatta Civic Centre. So the vision really not to me on President Julius Maada view and vision. His Excellency, as you know, for years, they've been shut down Miatta Conference Centre, and the government put some money there for try for renovate them. Part of the problem we're gonna this country, we not get in space. You know, the few that way they all man they go into money or you go and Freetown City Council. So government getting your own space, we're not owned by the government of Sierra Leone. But after the renovation, we will go there. You clearly see the work. Reach this highway His Excellency one like reach. In fact, the first ministry we used the place following the renovation will be we, because we try for use them for we civic festival last year. While we the use them and while I sit down with His Excellency, a few conversations in the way they talk about with the potential of this place, and the fact say the place there, but don't reach in potential. So, myself share the vision we get as a Ministry of Information and Civic Education, say His Excellency, we really need a civic center, a place where the country they come together, where we talk, where we engage in art, where we engage in creativity. So he been challenged me. He said, well, come up with a vision for what you want this place for become, outline the process where you go engage in for that transformation, realizing say we not get sufficient resources all the time for putting, and then show you it's impossible. They say incessant grants the executive clients for go ahead. So this has been months and months in the making. It can go there, they attend some events there, they see say this place can be better. This is such, think about it, Miatta centrally located, they go on flat. Always you get parking. Even time it's completely empty. Basically, nobody know did it. And think about how they fetch for go to place now this story, they fetch for parking, fetch for drive. This is a fantastic spot in the country, but we not don't just make the right investment. So we at the Ministry of Information and Civic Education been drafts a transformation plan where the proposal is for converting from a conference center into a civic center, where it will be a place for memory, where they look back, so exhibition, different historical things, but also a place where we come together for today and look forward as one people. And a continuation of President Bio's vision. Remember, say we come, we not been get any council with a deal with civic education in this country. Now out and back, now introduce civics in the school, now make a whole ministry for civics. So we need a center. We now in at the crown jewel. We go say, okay, this place, now how they do them. Other countries then get them. I just come to Cuba. They get fantastic civic centers. Cities then get their own civic centers. We do all lengths in the day, and for so long we not get on. So what we decide for do, we not get the expertise. Like I can come up with a vision based on I do a research, but you get outstanding Sierra Leoneans and non-Sierra Leoneans, because when you do something where you don't ever do it, you go call the people who don't do it. We get experience with the help you. So we appoint over 18 people of the one and the representative from different ministry them. They will say, look, combine. Let find some people we connected to Salone, but not necessarily Sierra Leoneans. May them join we. Let we imagine. Let we learn from other countries. Let we find out how we add technology innovation into this space. How we create a center we other people them around the world go one can too. So think about a center like when they can say, oh, Beyonce they do a tour. You get places the way they stop. If you get artists the way they do tour in Africa, then a huge source of resources. Currently, we not get no facility where they say where they host you. But we not sabi that. We've never done it here. So we need to engage people that we get that kind of experience. Now we could put together this diverse advisory council. Then job is simply for advise me as the minister so that we go
talk about the council, but from the steps them way you don't explain, it clearly shows say it take a lot of hard work behind the scene.
Correct.
For let you reimagine and even get this vision.
Yeah.
How we reach here? Take me through the process.
As I say now, from the conversations with His Excellency, in fact, you know the feeling as alone sometimes where we say something in the work, it's a little privatizer. Plus, if you privatize a functional building, where the company where they come, always say they do themselves, we could just say, allow run and better into a private place where people then go to carry it. We believe that Miatta gets a vision or potential where they beyond just commercialization. Take, for example, Miatta is named after the mom of the late President Shaka Stevens. Imagine Sheki be left for putting name for all thing. But that one building there, he not putting name. He put him mama in him. Right now, most people who enter Miatta don't even know that day. There is no history there. No wall, no day like how I get this beautiful wall of history there right now. Where they show you say, this is named after. The idea of that, now mama is named after. The building itself, you building, it means friendship. You in the Chinese language. It was donated to us. So it's a place of friendship. And it's friendship, the irony of some of the criticism is it's a friendship between Sierra Leone and China. A different country. We come together. So we don't cultivate all that day. So what we do, we embark in research within the ministry. We look at other, as I say, civic, creative, cultural hubs there across the world, not just Africa. We don't get opportunity for travel, go plenty place. Brazil, Haiti, all them places, then they get civic center, then they Senegal Naya, then get fantastic venues, then Ghana, then get them venue, then they. So we do all that research. Then that day we use for make the case to His Excellency and to our colleagues them. I will tell you something, Khadija. Some people, even within government, they're not be ones. Some say, oh no, let's just privatize, let's just remain works. Because now works, they manage building. No, President Bill say, no, this is not about managing the building. If problem can inside the building, if wire, this, that, then I works the role. Now I make them in at the council. But the idea is, can we create a place? And I think overwhelmingly, we'll make that case there. We then look at, where His Excellency look at, he got excited by it. And he say, what do they give you freedom within your ministry. Let you show you what's impossible. Let you look at all that research. Put together a team of people that will go help you. There might be some privatization elements inside there because obviously ministry cannot run a space like that. We might need a company for coming. But first, you needed to outline what's in the vision. Like I say, a combination of a state-of-the-art convention center first, a place that can host events, but a performance space. Inside this country, we will not get performance spaces, right? Artists, then they look for performance space. You get somebody like Shokol where they will go out, we say, it's a no more. If we do the right thing, we will host over 50,000 people every time. Another outside space. So we'll not get down there. Place for old people, place for young people, place for technology, place for dancing. You want to go take different classes. A place where like where you come walk, you go sit down. A place where you when a young creative, you when an artist with the paints, we want an exhibition, a place where you go learn about the country. We'll get different thematic exhibition. So the vision is right now, which I tell the council, it's a blank slate. We can imagine anything way possible. It can be a modular space that we all as Sierra Leoneans go say, we want for good. We get for need the money for do that, but first we have this fantastic building, properly crafted. The architecture is just incredible. Yeah. Placed in Miatta, Mabel, never been used. And get some corridor, they will get rooms there, never been used, ever. Because nobody ever sit on it and think about, okay, wait here, we will use this space into. And then we don't decide, say, we take on that challenge there for make a space for every Sierra Leonean. And no matter your political persuasion, your tribe, your region, it's a place that you can find. It's a civic community we go fend home.
Now that's be one be my question, say, whose parts on really they do this transformation? Is it the main hall or the whole building itself get for be changed?
So think about Miatta as two different, the U building gets obviously the functional part of U building when at the wall they work, we no get nothing for do, they will continue for be run by the different ministries when at the floor, Minister of Works to oversee. Miatta na their parts na the back. We get an auditorium, it gets fantastic space na the ground floor, it gets one of the biggest kitchen the way you go ever find, it gets great space, different rooms them, it gets different side rooms at the second floor, where you enter, you get plenty breakout rooms. In fact, right now the press conference they happen beyond the auditorium, where they host up to 100 people who don't turn into like a state-of-the-art studio. You can see who can sit on there. Then on the other corridor at the back, by the way, the place is it built in a way which you elevated on this side and you on this other side. So no matter how you go, you end up throughout. Inside you get different breakout rooms. You get a fantastic wall with great natural light, place where you use for exhibition. Look, artists in the struggle for spaces like that. We can get a permanent exhibition for honor with history, for honor different aspects of our history. We can get different kinds of events in the trainings for young people, arts training, arts classes. We can get digital training opportunities and different kinds of things. And so that entirety and the outside space, my God, Miatta get fantastic outside space. Flat, great space, fantastic parking. You get two different places. We also already get small covering. You can create stage and you can create different events. You can create coffee shop. You can create workspaces there.
So now the whole space on really they do the transformation.
The idea is that the investments, the vision is to think about how they move this space from just being there right now that's been grossly underutilized to a space with Sierra Leoneans. We come and work, we do clean over the weekend, in the evening you think, where do I want to be? Something is happening at Miatta for me, for my pikin them, for my mama, for my grandpa. That's the vision.
See, but when you look at your ministry, the civic aspects are just one element of other cost-cutting areas in around the ministry. And other ministry them, when you look at all the vision we don't unpack, other ministry then suppose for be involved in this particular process. The question now is, how come now your ministry, when now the Minister of Information and Civic Education, for can lead such a process? How now reach for be the fittest ministry for lead this process?
Well, for Ministry of Civic, so then they kind of make sense. And yes, and also as you know, as the Ministry of Information, now we own job mostly for organized events like town halls and things like that. So we're in the forefront. But to that point, the goal, the vision here is not that now Ministry of Information just one. If you look at the council we set up, we invite representatives from the Ministry of Tourism, NASED, the Ministry of Works, the Monuments and Relics Commission, the Ministry of Communications, Technology and Innovation. We believe the one in the critical ministry that will all go get co-equal kind of input into this process. But somebody had to lead, and that in the wisdom of His Excellency, be asked we follow go ahead and come up with the process and come up with the vision document, the transformation plan, and basically don't give you the authority, say, to an executive client, say, oh, go ahead and take. So there's still the process to go on, Ministry of Works today for pass the building over to we fully. Then still, as I talk right now, and then basically get hold of the keys, but we get full access. And the process of that transformation, if we let them pass over all the documents and everything to we, that process they go on. So again, the Ministry of Information and Civic Education already become a building management. This is more about the vision. Once the vision is set out, once we don't lay out, we don't develop the plan, we don't able to mobilize the resources, we get the right kinds of partnerships, like Wagwa America, so I meet with the UN Museum, the UN Live Museum, then get interest for partner with we for this. I meet with the Holocaust Museum, I go Cuba, as I say, we get relationships all around the world. So we just facilitate, and ultimately it will belong to the people of Sierra Leone, as the Sierra Leone Miatta Civic Centre.
There are other ministry there we don't call, so how much are they involved into the process? They're not just be say, una put them there for put sake, then when it come into the implementation, not just your ministry, they in charge of everything.
Oh, I mean, they the advisory council, We don't invite them for nominate them representatives. Them. Mostly with a work like this, as you know, now by your interest. Nobody really force you. Ultimately, His Excellency, now we don't give the executive clients to. If you fail, and then they say, oh, now because Ministry of Works not show up. It cannot fail, and will not go fail. So we committed. Anybody who know me knows, say if you give me a task, I do 10,000%, if that's possible. We always try for over deliver. So we get for do this. We get a fantastic team. The advisory council, the co-chair, then the commitment is top. Even the WhatsApp group, now many will catch up, many will keep up with it right now because then the vision, people then get excited, and now the most important thing than the what to learn in life. First, you need a vision, but then you need people who will get excited by the vision. We're willing for puts their time, their energy, their money, and in this case, we not pay them nothing. And these are accomplished individuals. We willing say how we do for drive this vision, and we get tight timeline. From now to December, we need for them complete the prototype. We need for them decide say okay now this the soft launch at the Civic Festival on December 11 to 13, with His Excellency go open the annual Civic Festival. We'll get for put up again. So by that time something for to happen. And right now if you go there, you will see say the contractor they still get for do certain work that they will not be completed it. So we get for move fast for get that done before that same day. And then by next year, one of that building they don't become functional. You know means we're going to achieve the fullness of the vision because we get big dreams, but we're willing for start small. So we will add different things in there as we go on. We will add different things in there as we go on. That's not the vision.
Say by next year, now go one let the building don't become functional. Now one way plenty people go be skeptical because the Miatta conference that we know when it comes to renovation under the Aneskroma administration, we come again, we see how long it take for just renovation. The money we go into the center, some people been go back and say, even the money we then say then use, you don't see the quality of the work done. In terms of this complete transformation of the whole place, what's in una estimated time and money we want for going to this particular project?
So first of all, we know develop a full plan it follow you an estimated time. Right now, the council just don't come together. As I say, me not get the expertise. Now me could get all them people in the camp. Then they do the research, then come up with a vision, then they do consultation. Right now, the website, if you go there, Miatta Civic Centre.info, you get the opportunity for share your dream, your history, which you want. We get plenty Sierra Leoneans on their own. We see this news. People they don't call me from Australia, from China, from Germany, say, now we idea this. Fantastic idea. We put all the idea there together. We're between now and December, we'll put the idea then together. The Chinese government, when they build the building, they reach out to we. And kind of my office, we do a working session for think about, okay, who side then go come in? They want to be part of it. Other countries, they want to be part of it. It's an exciting idea. So, to your point, once we don't land on what's not the true vision, the scope of it, then we develop an implementation plan with experts, right? And then we get for cost the implementation plan. So keep in mind, this advisory council for April for fund the money, not to government get for pay for all this. Some of it they will ask government for put money into, but most of it will get for go aggressively look for the right kinds of financial partnership, maybe business, maybe private sector. So by December, I'm going to tell you say, give me a year and a half, but I can assure you, it's not gonna be like how you don't be in the past. I go sit down now. I tell you say, in 1 year, the building will don't become functional, truly functional. In maximum 1 year to 18 months, we'll be able to deliver something where people of Sierra Leone will look and say, we'll not be no say this is possible. That's anybody we know anybody we know all them people that within that council they know say these are people that are capable of dreaming and creating.
Will let it complete under the tenure of President Bio?
100%. In fact, I can assure you, say it will be done, completed, and opened fully by His Excellency President Dr. Julius Maada Bio. Nobody else. Because with deadline, with timeline, obviously my own timeline as minister head now is tied as it pleases His Excellency, but my vision is to make sure that that vision we don't set, we don't outline for Miatta, we achieve what I'm doing in time.
See, but this entire transformation process, how much you get for cost and who that get for pay the money?
I don't know yet how much you get for cost. Because we for do that the first again, now the problem is will be happen in the past. My old boss, I like for coach this, my old boss, I say, like for say, ideas lead, money will follow. The money will be determined by the ideas. Not so. 3 days alone, and we don't know, already agree on the money done, then go try for develop the idea. So it's in the end up with share the way, the place, the title, the will pass. So first, we need to rethink the entire place based on the vision we'll get. We'll get people that are smart like that. People who don't set up centers, people who don't set up creative spaces. And then all they can together help we develop the full design. What we done, we cost out, we clear, say government not get for able to get the money for do this. We very clear on that. In fact, my starting point now that not to government money, they help we for do this transformation. I don't mention the Chinese government. Now they help we do we own press conference room. I don't mention UNDP. We don't already help we as well for support for build the tech part of that press conference room. We get so right now they do live streaming everything there. So we get to international partners. We get UNESCO, who don't partner with them in Cannes last year for Civic Festival. They want to are potential partners as well. We get a lot of private sector interest. People who don't reach out to us say, we want to put money. We get the mobile phone companies and we partner them. Some don't reach out to us say, we want to give a free internet, let this place be fully modernized like internet day. So we think for end up happening is that once the vision is complete, or the outline, we look at different ways then for source those resources.
So now, do not funding your book.
Partnership. We have to do partnership. Private sector, some then are investment, some parts of it will be privatized, which has to be for people who they manage and run them. Also, what I will show is that it will be transparent, will be very public, not just in terms of the resources who they generate, but also how they use the resources, and as well how people then get access to the space. One of the people and frustration would already get citizens and say the way Miatta be netkade, you need for know the minister, you need for know somebody. We want book it, order for call. No. A civic center, you know for no order for call. If you go online, you look if the date available or not, you apply, you show it the event day for, the price day for be transparent. You know, say if now this kind of events they use, now this hall you want, now this time cost. We commitment is that then they get for be the product. By the time we're done, there'll be a website, there'll be a space where you go for book, where every citizen get access. We could go different parameters. Obviously, we will do certain program, they doing work hours with people and they, different things. So the parameters go be there, but it will be transparent. And at that same spirit of transparency, we're at the heart of a civic strategy. Keep in mind, this is not part of the civic strategy President Bio launched last year. Again, at the same Miatta Hall, we've been doing Civic Festival. And that same spirit, they get for run through how they create this physical, essential monument. Get for be the space outside the manifestation of the civic strategy. They come alive. A place where Sierra Leoneans and they come together. Also how they meet. Also how they dream. Also how they imagine. Also how they remember. Very important.
I sure say you could read the debate on the Kate Contis or Kate Senge without spending much time on them, because all man get opinion and he don't put them out there, which I sure say they follow everybody opinion with all right. How you reach to this particular advisory board will you unveil? So take me through the selection process.
Excellent. So it's a council, and as I say, the first task was that we need to put together a group of people that we get the expertise, we willing, we get the time, and we committed and linked to within a division. So me as minister, I don't get His Excellency in Fiat, we'll go ahead and do this. We get multiple advisory council there. We get multiple people that normally we can come for help for do different kinds of work the way they do. So in this case, we make a short list of people that we know. Again, me not to possibly shy away from that. It's the people that we know. This is a country, we do a research. Some of them people are within the council, other people who have been a personal relationship with. But we ask people them, different people that we talk to people them. By the way, some of the first 3 people that I talk to them say, fantastic idea, but we'll not get time. We say, okay, we'll go put we input, but it's in, we're not going to be the lead right now. We say, okay. I don't know Kate for at least 10 years. I know in commitment to Sierra Leone. I know in role we play, for example, for set up the New York Civic Hall, this New York Civic Centre. I know in role we play Naya, who have been there purposeful. Naina been lead consultant for NACED, the National Council for Civic Education, for support them for develop their civic curriculum. I've been one of the consultants there. He work, he bring an expert then and do that. I know the role where they play, for example, na tell them on common sounds. I don't be personally involved for try for see how we will continue for elevate the glorious work they do. Then they go around the world, they tour on behalf of Sierra Leone. I know in commitments to Salone, I don't engage them a lot. And so in the initial period phase of this, now one of the people that I get like, you know, we brainstorm with, get conversation with, I brainstorm with a lot of people there. I brainstorm with Auntie Mariama Anthony Williams, who is a fantastic governance expert, and I head for TBI, na Salone. A Sierra Leone, you know, head of TBI, a chartered accountant, a governance strategy expert, and all them people in there. Plenty others in there we will talk to. So at some point, for put the council together, it was a question of, would I get the expertise? Would I willing for do this? Would I get the time? And would I get excited by this vision? So I asked, I said, I want to put together a team we could be deeply rooted in Sierra Leone, but the standard was commitment to the vision. Yeah? And so Auntie Mariama, we're not the co-chair. I like to call Auntie Mariama. We're the co-chair. I cannot believe our luck that he say yes, because the work we get is so plenty. And then Kate, we, again, get the real concrete experience. And then we put together a team. Me, I don't lead plenty team, as you know. I don't lead Boku international teams, including in the UN. I don't be appointed for chair teams of different people there. One of the greatest challenge we will get, we put together any team of diverse people, is how do you facilitate it for them to be productive? You need that expertise there. Turns out, Kate is a world-class trained facilitator. They do it for Google, they do it for Facebook, they do it for all these major companies, and they can pay them. And then I whispered to her and said, can you do it for us for free? He said, anything for Salone I will do. She says, I love for this country, this is in country now. Married now, you don't dare, you're born in Peking then country. And as I say, I don't live with her. I know her. I know in commitment deeply. I know, in fact, the way they give me ideas at the brainstorming stage. We brainstorm with a lot of people, by the way. Almost everybody name with them, people with the critique with them also, I spoke to. Almost every one of them. But not to all man willing, able, get the time. And then Kate said, let's run with this vision. I'm excited. I can make space for it. I could not believe our luck. I'm like, wow. We get you for do this, but not just them too, then they think about the other people we then at that group we bring together. Each of them, Yeniva, Antonia, Samabanya, Michael Abi, all them people they needed to bring something. If you think about any of the great civic space in the world, when Kennedy Center, this, that, it has to be people who they bring something. Where they bring their connection, they bring their resources. But as I say, because of this diverse group, so we ask Kate, say, because of that expertise, can you co-chair with Auntie Mariama? And the two of them also can work together. That's another important thing. You know, you go create council, no more you say, no, Lord puts two people there, we don't want to work together.
Two things will come up in all of these debates. Aside Kate, there's another name where Michael Abio, where a lot of people believe in the president's daughter, where the issue of nepotism come up. Aside Kate's in your own conversation, where you don't justify.
I say one simple thing about the question of nepotism. Because you connected to somebody will get power, not for give you undue advantage, but it should also not give you undue disadvantage. We not for live in a country where say Michael Abio, you not forget nothing as a law because your papa na president. So what you go school for? All these things, the value we get, the contribution we get, how then they become nepotism? There's no evidence say, oh, Michael, again, now volunteer, they volunteer. How can that be an undue advantage? But one say he get expertise, and she does. One say he get vision, he get excited by this vision. Plus he get connection. We look for people who will bring the resources and partnership. Law say no, because you now your name bio. Law will disqualify you. Law will take away your citizenship rights as a citizen for participate. You say no. Look, we not say Michaela, na art lover, na curator. We not say you get business entrepreneurship expertise which we need. Then we get relationship with her. We ask and say, can you do this? Say, absolutely, I would love to. I get this idea. I get connection. I go help. We say, no, because you know, no one put your name there. Why would we do that to ourselves? Nowhere not in the face of this earth whether a student they define nepotism. Nowhere not there on earth. Every country go, every place on the face of this earth, the spouses, the relatives of people we qualify. The question will be if my client don't get nothing, no expertise, no connection to this. But even that, she's a volunteer.
So you go boldly sit down here now and say all of them people there they don't criticize. You choose them based on competence, not because of their connection or influence or related to people who get power, maybe the president in Peking or the chief minister and where.
Nobody know the way they say you make the decision based on one thing alone. And if I sit there, I say, oh, because look, I know Kate, because I know I'm through me brother, colleague, and friend, David Senge. That's how I know Kate. I've known her for 10 years. We've been eating together and engaging for many years. The same way I appoint other people in different councils and different things that what they do is because, again, if I appoint they put on a board together, I go say, oh, you know, appoint you board because of no other thing, no, because you know them. But the question is, are they qualified for that position? So yes, we take different things into consideration. People I can work with. That was important too for this council because I made any advice. So if I don't know you, I cannot work with you. I'm sorry. It's a bit of a difficult point. But with I would tell you with absolute certainty, every single person there gets an unquestionable expertise, a record of excellence in everything that they have done. These are people, they touch something, they turn gold. Check them out. Mayama Anthony Williams, Kate Contreras Senge, the UNDP country representative, he said yes. Frederick Ampere, a good friend of mine and an elder brother, he said, this vision is so great, I want to help you. Not to Sierra Leone, no. And not see nobody say, why don't we put the UNDP guy there? No. But because he believes in the vision and can work with these people. Howard Jane Bangor, nobody can question her, and the curator of the Barry, Sama Kailondo Banya, a Sierra Leonean quality assurance, again, operations person. Shokol, I mean, I don't even need to explain Shokol. Shokol in the entertainment industry has the biggest, best platform in the entire Mano River Union. We have somebody else, when a North African, Sarah Hachi Duchenne. She is a curator. He gets a fantastic art space. Not to Sierra Leone, we're very proud. Oh, ask her, we say yes, we're glad for that. Because again, if you want to do something where you don't want to do it, what do? They say, no, I don't want nobody else. All over the world, by the way, this question of, just want to make sure I mention everybody. Antonia Howard. I don't mention Antonia now, a colleague journalist, excellence, right now, probably the leading podcast in the country. David Bakima. I mean, in entrepreneurship, you cannot think of a better Sierra Leonean than David. Yeah? Michael Abiu, I don't already talk about him. Colin Ogu, if you think about what's happening now in the tech space in this country, you can't, again, it is at the forefront of him in creating spaces with Sweet Known Afrabe College, with Christus Foundation, frankly, Momo. A young creative, every day, every year, they organize, they bring Sierra Leoneans in together, young people and from the streets, for those sustainable invention. He's a fantastic Gen Z. So again, thinking of inclusion, University, now they do brunching, now they do Madeng, now founder of Madeng. These are people that we clearly get. Dr. Fatutaki, an academic. Somebody will say, oh, I don't put academic. I say, you want to question Dr. Fatutaki? I see what people did right say, other country there, where they want to do this. Dr. Fatutaki cannot be questioned. This woman in commitment and in work. Harold Nat Johnson, a musician. Right now, he's one of the best music schools in the world, Berkeley. Best. Right now, he did it. He agree for we. For the Dumbuya, Labrom, as a Sierra Leonean, we think of the Sierra Leone right now, we're the champion. We imagine we ask Labrom. They say, of course, such a fantastic idea. I want to be part of it. We will say, no, not put Labrom there. Valona Taylor, they represent the ministry. They will get different representatives there now for the different ministry there as well. So, truly inclusive, diverse group of people that can work together. It no means that they're no more. We'll forget. I want for call out Alex Nalo. He see this in a creative, they run a space, he reach out to me and say, how can I be part of it? is really say, he said, oh no, I'm not getting nothing. We're not putting me there, but I want to be part of it. We're like, of course we have space for you. We need your voice. That are the spirit of Miatta. There is space for everybody.
Case, Mr. Minister, by your own estimation, taking into consideration the dream, the idea behind this, wait till I don't visualize, wait till I want for see Miatta Civic Centre, Tanlek in future. Then names and the way you make mention, so by your estimation, now the best among the rest for represent Sierra Leoneans in terms of putting this together.
I don't want for going to comparing them with other people, but I want to say I'm confident that they are competent, they have what it takes, they get the spirit and the vision, and not to the normal they do. By the way, some people mention Antiquity. I know say, for example, the co-chair they don't engage Antiquity Faludin many times, who by the way, as you know, she's retiring, and already don't give me ideas. Some people they mention people like other Sierra Leoneans I reached out to. We engage them people in this. Some say, I don't get time for do this now. And part of the task where the council get, and I make we glad we get a facilitator. She's a world-class facilitator. Is for also engage other people. We will not get monopoly over the best ideas. We will do consultations. We will engage school kids, older people. We'll get a platform online. We'll get for collect everybody in points of view. So ultimately, we'll get a civic center we'll all going to be proud of. But I don't want to compare that with other people. But what I can tell you is, nobody go point at anybody on that list and say that person they will see they do they. They all have something to offer.
You there this morning for clear the air because from where the names here pop up, a lot of debates in the media where I guess you don't follow. And one big one we center around some people now the list, now the culture aspect of the Miatta Civic Centre. If them people here within your list, especially kids where they don't point out clearly, if na person will go even able for represent Salone in terms of the culture of the country, who knows it best, how you place then you selected people here into the culture.
I don't explain, say, some people and the way they run this, again, we get different intention. People and get different reasons why they do different things online. Me, I don't learn, say, we would behave online, it's different from who that we be. Miatta is a center, not to, we don't already launch a civic strategy. It's done. It's there, present. We launched last year. And by the way, the consultant name for that not to be in Sierra Leoneans. So we, nobody complained. We had non-Sierra Leoneans. We got UNESCO. Then we send somebody now from Chile. They send somebody now from, I don't forget to say, other consultants come currently Haiti right now. So we had different consultants come in, help we for develop within UNESCO at the Global Education Forum say, na the best, if one of the best, if not the best civic strategy they've ever seen in the world. It's there. They put the quote, it was public, right? We've already done that. We had input from a lot of Sierra Leoneans, academics and all that. This is just about developing a space. And yes, culture, we have people who can do the research. We'll get people who will work together. And ultimately, we can bring in additional voices. But to direct question of whether I believe, say, kids go understand and represent Salone culture, absolutely, because Salone culture is not one thing. Salone culture is not static. And we all get the capacity for learn, for research, for look, for engage, and also kids who in the duam. My man Anthony Williams did it in co-chair, and then they do everything at the leadership level. We get this fantastic group, and then they bring other voices in place. So I don't get a single worry about whether they're going to develop. By the way, this is the task of the council for develop a blueprint for help for let the Miatta Civic Centre represent both the past and the aspiration of the country. That's the point of it. So this conversation, if the person's happy with culture, I have very little doubt. Are clear. Say we all together now win a Salone culture. And by the way, a Western or non-Sierra Leonean spouse of a political leader is very much part of our culture. We found in fathers post-independence, almost all of them had non-Sierra Leonean wives. That's our culture too. They have kids who are mixed race. That's our culture too. They have people that we don't left their lives there and come and be part of we. That's our culture too. And as I point out the other day, I think that clip they don't go around. Me, na half Mende, me mama na Mende. I know Mende culture pretty well. if we married you, you born with picking them, you talk with language, you make effort for Sabiri. If other person call you stranger, would vex by that person day. Because when we don't marry you, you don't become part of we. And one of the things in the way we very confident of. But I want to say, even if we be meet kids in America and not married to David and not getting picking, we bigger like can for facilitate and co-lead this for we for be don't glad back. If we be still just as work because we want to create something, we will combine the best of Sierra Leone and the best of international best practice. So in this case, we just hit the jackpots. She happens to be with Sierra Leone sister, with Sierra Leone wife. When I mean the man, we married you like you wife, not to your wife, now we wife, now we all we wife. And Kate is fully accepted by Sierra Leone. I don't do so much, as I say, civic strategy, civic curriculum. They don't support we work in here. They do tell them when they tour the world. When they go, then they say a band from other side, then say Sierra Leone. If they put Sierra Leone on the map, then they can go Morocco right now, bring in other Sierra Leonean artists them. She's done a lot for our country. She's part of us because she's married into us and she's choosing to be us. When our people away, we open-minded. So I just want to make that part completely clear on this culture question, that are confident that we have the team that can help us to build a center that could represent Salone culture.
All right, all are concerned, they know they come out about the old school them where you left out of this advisory board. You get prominent name them where them believe say don't they into this cultural space for a very long time. They understand Salone history very well. Then for we don't make a perfect addition to this advisory board, which just don't mention their name and even provide justification why they did it. As the process they go on for reimagine this civic center, you see any role for them for bring them on board?
It will be an inclusive process. We will continue for listening to the people that we been there ahead of we are smart people, we are sharp people. As I say, part of the role of this council now for engage all them people in there. Some of them they don't begin conduct interviews with already one-on-one. In fact, in the website, we get some people who don't take on themselves for just go share their own history of Miatta and count forward. The goal is to pull all of this together. What's frustrating to me, now that I think we'll be talk about that before we go on air, Salone, the feeling sometimes is that any one thing people and see in all thing, in the be all and end all. If I not did it, that means this thing is bad. No. In this case, this is just an advisor, group of advisors, where the minister say, okay, no, it's in. The president don't give me task. Like appoint people. You advisors should be people that you know and you trust, that you can work with. That's it. This is nothing more than that. It turns out that we get the advantage that they are fantastic, outstanding, excellent entrepreneurs on their own. But that's it. It don't mean say, oh, now the group this no more way they advise the process. No. We will engage multiple people. And some of them people, they as I say with them and call their name. Some then they would already talk to. Some man they will not bring them because they don't apply already for run the place in the past. So we say, in case this group recommends say, let we privatize. You group na part of the potential people that we go apply for. If you do that, the advisors now that 10 and then we accuse we say we don't play inside game. So we go consult you from outside, but you will come in, you will get the chance to apply to take over. So we get different categories of people. But I go assure you, say the goal of this is not to limit it. The goal is to say, hey, let's involve as many people as possible. And anybody that listen, we get interest, and they ask you, Miatta Civic Centre.info. Go there, share your thoughts, share your views, contact with any of the ministry page, Ministry of Information and Civic Education within every single platform, WhatsApp, Facebook, and all that. Send we your information, send we your number, say, hey, I want to be part of it, I want to join this workshop, I want to join this. We will reach out to you. You go be part of shaping this fantastic initiative for we all, because this is not about Salone and about we all.
You not possibly believe in young people, young energy, because when you look at even the Ministry of Information and Civic Education with the transformation where you do within the workforce, so they give you the support, some of young people them. Now that vision that you be used for select them people here, so within the advisory board, now be young people.
No, the advisory is transnational. generational. So we intergenerational. I mean, we yes, we like young energy. This is a young country, but we know they discriminate against people with their experience and the things that they can bring. So we think about again. Now more who they put the advisors. Now either we know they're at the space, the research we conduct. Would I get the time for commit for do for free for do this? And Uda we know say get this record for do this kind of work. So some of the people in there will say this, and I can ask them for like can join meetings. Some people in there for do, I get for they go meet them with the committee on set. The co-chair then go meet them, go interview them. It's the best use of their time than for can call them for let them attend 4 meetings, go up and down, 5 meetings, join committee. Not to all my you go do that little. So we consider them thing then, but ultimately I think we're very proud of the standard we present build on set, which is youth energy, young people linked with the best experiences. Now in non sets the formula that they for how they transform this country and the formula they will all they follow.
I ask this question because if people the way a lot consider as the old school, we get so much experience with a campus, Sierra Leone history and culture, missing now at the stage where you say the advisory board they try for reimagine and put together the ideas where by December when I go launch them to the public. They're not a part of this stage now. You feel say at any point at the stage where they go come on board and go make any difference?
Absolutely, because we will engage them and at the vision we need. Not to the again, the advisors are just advising me. The inputs, the guidance, we will take them from everybody. And we get some people in there, I think some of the names they were called, so not all Monday on the exactly super young side. Some of them people in there, I don't want for pick out anybody say no young because young na feeling. But we have, and as I say, the commitments now for talk to, engage, get the wisdom of other people that we didn't even know they are. Say, hey, we need your wisdom and your guidance and your advisory, and they will offer that because I know say them people and they are generous people in terms of their spirit, but not to all my ones have in a committee. Now these parts some people don't miss out. Not to all my miss yourself now. Plenty people they call me say, oh you are there. I say no. If you want something from me, come right now. I know they take board appointments and they take this. People don't go and put me in a board. But again, as I say, the important thing is that we get a long history in this country of being inclusive, of appointing these kinds of groups. Where Ebola, COVID been they happen, President Bio been set up an advisory council. We include so many non-Sierra Leoneans. Nobody will complain about that. You go around the world, I see somebody online they point out say, Boku museums, civic centers around the world in Europe are led by Africans. And we Africans will actually celebrate that. The first African for lead this, so if we get somebody who say, again, an advisor and a facilitator, we get a fantastic experience for work with a Sierra Leonean. I see no problem.
With all the debates that happen with this list, the idea, any regrets of them people here we put on the board, or you go proudly stand by your selection?
In fact, I tell all man thank you for the comment. Everybody, the positive and the negative one, because what they help for achieve, elect could be pay adverts, not me for achieve. Elect could be decisive, they put money for let the all man know say they part transform Miatta Civic Centre. Let all man know say Miatta Civic Centre. Let them know now the name say not to Miatta Conference again. To Miatta. Imagine when that comes people. Imagine how much money you need for rebrand the space. For let everybody know about this fantastic group of people we don't put together. Without that debate day, without that commentary, we're not for to achieve this. So I want to personally tell them thank you for the interest in the work they do and for the commentary where they all run. Ultimately, I think when you read through all the comments, the conclusion of Sierra Leoneans is let's wait and see. This is a great team of people. We in a salon, we get a history. We judge people and by what they do, not to by the color of their skin, not to by who they married. We judge people and we Sierra Leoneans, we ask the small salon person say waiting at the values of Sierra Leone we treasure: tolerance, inclusivity. Now, one of the hallmarks of saloon culture, Dandy. So, absolutely excited about this group. Not just, in fact, I'm even more excited now that we have this fantastic group, and I cannot wait to come back to the people of this country. I'm glad to see the people that get baseline. They already see, they already know, say them people are there. So myself, they use them for tell the council, say, hey, we cannot fail. Huh? We need to deliver on this vision. So we're all fired up, and I can assure you that we will deliver.
And you be the explain when I be ask you about the timeline. You've been determined Senate President be able for open this particular center.
Absolutely.
Although right now, not even figure out yet how much you go for cost for do the project. The money you say go come small from saloon governments and donor partners, and one are they able for partner with.
At this stage, that's now with
What's in
determination.
the inform this you determination say this project will be completed under President's BO, where resource wise, not to like money lay down, now for let the work just start to implement based on history.
Exactly based on history, and based on mere history of delivery, based on all them people there within that group with their history of delivery, and based on
pull the money.
Nobody will help us. In fact, if you watch the terms of reference for the advisory committee on the website, which is there, by the way, a lot of the comments give people no longer watch the website. It part of waiting Dede is that they will serve as ambassadors for the center. They will support us for mobilized resources. Most of them people here get fantastic record of raising money. When I sabi me before I can in this position, I used to raise money for a living, for run an international NGO. Would do that. Some of the people who did it, they're able to get access to private equity resources. They get access to art gallery resources, all those kinds of things. Huh? So we confident that with the expertise we don't bring around and then commitment to the don't show. For example, we border with the England for the Dumbuya. We know say get connections and the networks. It will help open new doors for us as well. And other people who know they would already reach out to we say, I want to help. In fact, somebody the other day would they deny reach out to it, we say, hey, consider me one of the donors. I do this for help when I do this. I've always believed in when you get a vision, you get a clear vision, the resources will follow. And so it's based on that. It's based on the goal we don't set. Look, definitely before President Bio in time done, he will the place now go open up fully. It not means say the civic center, all the entirety of everything where it can become, because it will remain a living organism. We will continue for the add to him. But President Bio in tenure go incessive because I get this vision and not lay this foundation. We'll go there for open for see society and go see this space we will don't create.
Any provision they will not don't think of in terms of sustaining the center, because we can see government in, government out, every government can get their own priority areas. Let it not be like maybe after the elections we don't know what go get for happen, and if the center they is not completed 100% or in terms of sustaining what we don't visualize, what go get for happen?
That's a great question. We get two set of ways to address that question here. One is in the planning. First of all, the advisory group, the vision, it's all non-political and non-partisan. We believe Sierra Leoneans and believe in the same things on these questions and one. But two, part of the task the advisory council gets now for look at vision, for look at operations, and for look at sustainability. How do we sustain this? In fact, that the sustainability conversation, not just about financial, long-term political sustainability, but also environmental sustainability. We get people that do their own consideration and they say, hey, how do we get this right in the long term? So that's one. But as part of that, we didn't get for advice, we didn't get for coming, we get for now take forward a set of other additional provisions and requests that we will help with now for enshrine the protection day for the civic center. Now that make also they do in a bipartisan way. When this vision is complete, we will take until we committee in parliament, which by the way are very proud, both the chair and the deputy chair of my committee in parliament, they are members of the opposition, very fully supportive of me and the work they do within the ministry. because the work of civics is not about one political party. The idea, say we have a civic center for this country, if we create a fantastic civic center that all man proud of, we raise resources for the states and all that, I don't think anybody who can have power is say, oh, we don't call. But on that question, I just want to make clear, say 2028, with intention, now that the Sierra Leone People's Party, now it will continue.
All right, let me talk about the area we talk, see, all them people here and the advisory committee, then TOR for be, well, part of the TOR for let them be ambassador, go out there, bring resources for Leona go able for continue the project. That's the question of transparency and accountability kicks in. All the money there where they come, how you plan for secure them, let them go into the project, because if anybody they go out now request for funding for this particular project now for and on behalf of the people of Sierra Leone, which means the area of accountability and let it be corruption free very important.
And I make now the Minister of Information and Civic Education then at the forefront. These are advisors and ambassadors. We then they go to ask for the money they put in their pockets. They ask for the money for put inside this structure what they create, and that structure they go be subjected to public audits, subjected to ECC, So basically, me not look for propose mechanisms outside of the stated mechanisms that we'll get for ensure accountability. I think the best way for do these kinds of things is to say, hey, let's do it in a way that, irrespective of whether denier, will be subjected to the same level of scrutiny, and it will be public resources. We commitment that it will be transparent. We commitment that anything we raise, we will be transparent about how we raise the money we do, what's the money to be spent for. Because clearly, Miatta Civic Centre is what every Sierra Leonean is interested in these days. We're excited by that. So I want to tell people and say, again, look at some of we record the people who did there, they record in the public service or in running them businesses, in running them. These are people that with high integrity. By the way, now another thing that they will consider, high integrity. People that will really, really get exceptional integrity, get the ability for mobilize new partners and new resources. And I don't want to do what they work with.
You don't talk about the Civic Centre, but you get two hats this morning, Minister of Information and Civic Education and also government spokesman. And I believe say you don't be out of the country for a while, because you don't be back and forth. But there are other things that will happen recently, especially the one we get for do with an individual who they extradite from Dubai to Turkey. Yes. Allegedly, he gets a Sierra Leonean passport. Yeah. We don't try forget the Minister of Foreign Affairs for CAM, but whenever we don't fix an appointment, it's again an emergency, they travel out of the country. So you are the government spokesman, Siba. And a lot don't they happen out there, where campaigns, salon and drugs. And you just sit in a President Bio in cabinet as a Sierra Leonean firstly. How do you feel seeing Sierra Leone at the international news for some of these issues?
And I didn't call it leading question. But look, I mentioned the other day, say, the efforts we President Bio don't do for really improve the image of the country is huge. The effort don't get some tangible rewards then we don't see. Every time your country name is mentioned in the same sentence as drugs or any sort of illegal activities, it's not something that you like. But I also get the advantage of seeing the full picture and understanding, say, one bad news does not define who we are, and one isolated or a couple of isolated incidents. You know, if you take, for example, do drugs and narcotics and Google countries a way they don't mention in the same sentence and all with their issue, then they many of the countries that we will all they aspire to, they will be much more connected to drugs because they can consume, they can pay the money than we will. So clearly we're not to the epicenter. We want to make sure we're not a part of it at all. And so that's something we care about, that's something but na criminal activity. People that win a criminal, and they find way, then they find loophole. And each country get criminals. No matter what President Bio do, no matter what we do, lock this country do all kinds of things.
some Sierra Leone people and they will be criminals. Some people connected to us will be criminals. That's the fact. The question is, whose role the states they play for tap criminal activity, for prevent criminal activity, and for hold the one that we involved in criminal activity to account. And on Nandi, we reputation is determined not by say the fact say person commit crime na salo. We reputation determined by which how we respond to that crime day. And I think say on that particular question day, we're proud of we record. We always participate with other international countries. We just last week I think we get some major drug seizures them again. We arrest people them. It not means say people and they will get for try. There are people that will seek to use us because of our geographic location for past naya. That's the fact. None of these drugs, whether na kusho, cocaine, diso, and they make it naya. They need stats naya. The study we don't do, for example, for Kush, it shows say they come from the UK ports. Much more sophisticated. Then they get better equipment than pass we, then suppose for do all this. Now their own ports, now they load the drug then encounter and they pass now. The Netherlands, we put the talk for. Now the source of Kush, the Netherlands, the UK, and some China. All of them countries here, they're more sophisticated pass we, then get system then pass we, they're all that. So their own country, they're not a narcotic country. Because we get one or two isolated cases, some people can one for amplify, like say, we now we don't become the drug capital of the world. That's far from the truth. Yes, them bad news here, particularly not good. And we need for push again and demonstrate with commitments to ending their associations here with the country. But I think it's important for set that context there, so people go understand, say,
make mention of quickly before Mabel come in. You just make mention of una response where you seem to be proud of as a government. Explain, let people understand what in this government response to this repeated allegation of people holding Sierra Leonean passports when a drug load them within the fence around the world, and also government response. I'm pretty sure they see videos of young people there where their life then be wasted by this kush who just make mention of.
No, so I think what you don't do now, you don't mix all the whole drug situation, and when I talk about response, I say like an incident happen, how we respond. So right now, me go be the first person for tell you say on the kush crisis, especially the effects with people that are in this country, we not don't do the best job it. I know it can mislead people. I don't make them clear. Say when it comes to kush, I mean parents first and foremost. I mean citizen. And them picture and them video they would see online, extremely disturbing. And clearly, we get a big role for play as a government, but this is not just about government. I don't make clear, say, citizens get a role, families get a role, schools get a role. Me picking and get and questionable school. I've been clear about this. Me own pick you born. Age 12. He go, somebody sell gap, he begin take up, begin able look online. We had to do additional intervention for stopping. So it's personal to me, as it's personal to so many people. And I know the council don't say treatment centers are closed. Now we try for reopen it. I say, oh, I'm proud of that response. Say, I'm not. And I don't think say anybody is. I think say we all realize say there is much more we can do. We need to mobilize additional resources, but I know say we are constrained. And the call is for like every citizen come together and see, hey, what can we do? Because I assure you say government alone not able to stop any drug crisis. No government in the world. America don't get war on drugs for many years. They still get the highest rates of drug addiction. Then currently get a fentanyl crisis where they kill hundreds of thousands of their citizens. Them. We need to do better. We will do better. So that's one. The question always say, oh, there are repeated allegations of Sierra Leoneans connect. As far as me concerned right now, one person will then say, in fact, not to Sierra Leonean, he gets saloon passports. Now I made no deport and can saloon and deport and go in real country. We're not talking. Now keep in mind, then people like this person here clearly, he don't able to bypass, other place them and all. What thing we don't say what they do in terms of a response here is, hey, we're not denying, we say, let's find out how this person get this passport. There are different ways people they get diplomatic passports. His Excellency don't direct say, for check the document that this person submit, why this person passed through the system, where there are ththings that happen. Now, we vet everything at this world. let's say we vet you, do everything, it's still possible to say after we don't give you position, they go commit crime. So the idea says somehow we vetting process for be future proof. It's an impossible thing. So again, not to repeated people, but just the idea say that one person there is alleged. Now nobody no contact with it, but would already take the proactive steps. It was going to do that here. They also check how future diplomatic passports are given, review the one that we currently get, and witness the system that we need for put in place for avoid misuse and abuse of a diplomatic passport. So those are really important things for lay forward say, now so with the response. But as I make clear, even if we will do the best rigorous test in the world, I can go past all the tests for go with them call, then the next day I become criminal. Somebody can offer me an incentive for turn me into a criminal because now I get a privilege there. So important as well that we set that picture there.
I remember the same way the issue of Omar Sharif been start, you be make similar comments again as in nobody no contact now, but as a government, when I don't take the lead for ensuring I begin look into the allegations when I begin hearing at the media, and up until that time, from that same day to now, as a government, where you say they demonstrate, say when I get commitment for fight the issues of Sierra Leone image abroad, especially when it comes to drugs-related issues. Waiting at the latest updates on Omar Sharif and that of the Sierra Leonean ambassador former to Guinea, where they investigate, because we are yet to get the police to answer these questions.
So two things. Let's start with the case of Omar Sharif. Remember, say the Dutch government being finally submit official papers to we, and we make clear say whatever actions we take will be based on the laws of our country. We actually have laws where they deal with requests for extradition, and I can tell you now, say we don't get plenty conversations with the Dutch government at different levels of this work, and the learned Attorney General and Minister of Justice, 9 days in charge right now. Because it's a law enforcement issue about how they follow the law for court. Even if you don't get the person in custody, there are steps that you can take. And I will assure you so very soon, you go hear progress on that, because the Attorney General and Minister of Justice has been doing his work, because it's a complex set of legal processes, because we will not get any agreements with the Dutch government. We have to follow our laws in this country. And again, just because they accuse somebody of a crime in another country, no means say with the grab naya, stop all the other aspects of the states we use with limited resources we'll get for go fend that one green person if the person not commit crime in our own country. But there are steps we can take if the country don't make a formal request to we, and those are steps that I know say, confident say, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice engage in high-level conversations for move that step forward. And very soon you will get an update on that process day. So it's very important as well for say we will follow our laws. First, that means just the ala and social media, even the other countries being choose for work by social media. We then do the tweets, this that because they were under pressure in their own country. We get a record of being a country with a law-abiding country, where they follow the steps, where they follow. So on the second question of the former ambassador to Guinea, it's very important for me clear again, the ambassador was not caught with drugs. The ambassador in motocar, in utility vehicle, where somebody been there inside, people have been inside, one or two as I understand, arrested by the Guinean authority. There were a set of different issues here. Say, oh, it contained a banned substance. First, His Excellency we recall the ambassador for camp immediately. Say, first of all, we no say no to you, but it happen at your command post. Next, His Excellency do, he relieve him of in duty. That's a significant action that the Excellency take. Say, I don't want you nothing. Would they relieve you? We don't send somebody else to go represent in Guinea. And then the Guinean authority and then seize and then they conduct the investigation. We be the conduct investigation on we on side for see if there are anything related to it. Whatever that was it, we don't take action. We have already removed the ambassador. Specifically, we now been there in charge. You know, make him personally liable because there's no evidence he will link him, because I have to be careful instead of getting a reputation. Yeah? But the rest of the investigation was with the Guinean authorities. As at this minute, I don't get a clear update say, oh, na so Guinea them be determined, say, oh, either na them can pull the drug or na Guinea where them cross the border. I not get that update there. But I gotta assure you say again on that particular issue, as soon as we get an update, from the Salone Police, will come back. But this one a transnational issue because not be dealing with we alone. The steps we can take for demonstrates we own impact with commitment and President Bio take so. It take the highest possible step, which is for relieve a top ambassador, who by the way, a senior member of a party, chairman of the party in the district, a committed, dedicated person to the political party. The president no look say, oh, based on that law, shield them. He say no. Just because of that association, the president take a decisive step. First, he withdraw, he come, and then he don't relieve our duty.
If not for the investigation where Guinea they do up till now and not get updated as to how far they don't go. Now the investigation for Salone, that case they don't done because internally, from what you explain, internal investigation or the way they go on again because the man has been relieved.
No, as I said, a transnational investigation because we not get all the facts. We not to even inspect with the engage. It's Guinea. So whatever investigation we they conduct, they get for link with what in Guinea they do. So once those two investigations come together, we'll be able to come forward. As long as that case remains open for we a question of interest, because it also affects the reputation of the country. The Salone Police for them, as far as I know, an active investigation. But as I say, this is a transnational investigation now. Not to just one country they do this investigation. So we can only do so much. Ultimately, the first you need the evidence, this Guinea, Guinea. Then they follow their own process. So together between the two countries, once we know all the information from Guinea versus what we self-gather, which we are sharing because we get our relationship there, then we'll go able to tell you, say, oh, now so now the determination say now so this be happen, I have been starting at this. And I will assure you, say, whatever that outcome is, we will continue to take decisive action against anybody who will be found, say, a culpable in using, say, a loan diplomatic asset as part of any illegal activities, whether now motoka or our passport.
So, Minister, back to the issue we get for do with Omar Sharif. Even though you say the Attorney General they work on Salone, you law them for CFOS waiting exactly get for happen at the end of the day, although the Netherlands they don't ask say them believe say idea and if for go. At that stage, the police been come to the public plane and tell we say the person we didn't see in that picture where people claim in the Netherlands government defend now Omar Sharif. From that time to now, it don't pass how many months? We mean say naturally, if not that person the Netherlands government defend, Salone people don't they ask. The Salone police be say then go watch and investigate for no if they Salone. Allegations be done they come say even on properties and now na Salone. And all of them within this time frame, the Salone police not able to tell the public whether Omar Sharif still a Salone or not. And this na update to Sierra Leoneans they want.
Okay, so I think again important for we make a few things clear. So as I say, the police at the time been say the known addresses of this person with them go they not be able to find and they with them be associated with the person with them see, okay? And then we make clear say then we'll continue for look for this person, right? They not the list of people that they look for, but at the time they nobody not be done tell them officially. Now the Netherlands government not ask we. Once the Netherlands government be asked we, it became a matter for the Attorney General. Because again, the person not accused of a crime na Salone. Once it don't reach that request now a matter for the Attorney General.
So the police
Yes, because now you deal with another state asking we for follow a legal process for legally hand over somebody where they say don't commit a crime in the country. We're not too part of.
Now, during one press conference that you host the Inspector General of Police, for the very first time we speak on where he confirms yes, this person at the picture, then Sabian for Omar Sharif.
Don't get no, they not say then Sabian. Then say people that don't come forward or don't identify them as carrying the identity of Omar Sharif.
Right enough.
Yes.
And also the police been tell the public say in the mount an investigation.
Correct.
From that time day to now, nobody know yet. We are here now in the capacity of a government spokesman.
Yes, ma'am.
Where is Omar Sheriff? Is still the saloon or una not get no information about him whereabouts?
Me not get any information on that right now. I cannot tell you, say, oh, Omar Sheriff. What I want for paints the picture on. Keep in mind, even when you listen to the Netherlands government, this now be a complex, sophisticated person we're capable of eluding the Netherlands government. Think about the Netherlands. It's a small country, right? It's a small place. Or if you read all the things that we didn't talk about this person, it's capable for balance them in their own country and still get their passports and still travel away from there and all, right? Then they say spend time in Turkey, but capable back for balance them back in Turkey. They are then considered they all get way more advanced technology, law enforcement, this, that than we get, not so. Then they say the person also spend time in Europe and all lens in there. So for expect say, oh, we now in Salonia, we can just grab the money no more and go find this person all also. As far as I know right now, once that issue, we don't receive that request, I would tell you now, say the Attorney General and Minister of Justice, they look at steps way for take consistent with the laws of Sierra Leone. If indeed the police, because now the police in job now for produce the person, what do you know the police they don't conduct their own search? Their own processes, the intelligence processes, search, this, that. I mean, talk and clear, say them don't. Then they look for this person. At the time when the places where they go, then say them believe say the name Omar Sheriff did, and say they don't meet and they. You know mean for say ultimately where the AG go say, oh, police now, we don't reach that level there for producing person. Sometimes the police between them and the AG, but that will be a complex intelligence operation. Part of
the
them
international
process,
media,
just grab money no more. You can't explain that to the public.
Mr. Minister,
oh, we don't know say it is so side. Because this person capable for escape, so say go balance.
Okay, fair enough. According to reports that they come out, and they allege say this particular individual would then believe say that the order they look for any day salon. They say this person they enjoy state protection. They very close to influential people. Them videos of this person don't they come up. They with the former immigration boss, na a party, even the person now they head the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, where himself na be former immigration boss. So is it that this Omar Sheriff, na them protection they make up till now the police not able to get hold of him?
I'll tell you categorically say that's not true. Say for say, oh, we make clear His Excellency the President, the states, the instrument of the states, not in the business of providing state protection for individuals within IR or we connected to particular people. Some of the names or people that you call, His Excellency again take some decisive action. We see say following the news report that day, you see say they placed the immigration boss at the time. Again, then they tell you say, they enjoy within the allegations. What I can tell you is what me know is that the state of Sierra Leone very clear. You are not a safe haven for any transnational crime. We they do what for do, we they follow the laws. The Attorney General and Minister of Justice don't receive the request, and the Attorney General they follow the laws of Sierra Leone for ensure say we abide by that law.
The steps the way the AG take now for abide to whatever call the Netherlands government they make, in your opinion, then steps then they satisfactory?
The AG na the chief legal advisor, I'm not a lawyer. But what I know is that the Attorney General Minister of Justice, the Honorable Alpha Cisse, now one of the most brilliant legal minds of his generation. He committed to international law. He come off from human rights and international law. He's well respected here and around the world. And are confident that he follow the dictates of the law and he abide by international commitments.
All right, before you left with Mr. Minister, still on the issue of the kush, the media don't take up the awareness task for raise awareness, talking to people. But inside last week, we see a colleague journalist we come under serious threats, even go make reports na CID / pull a press release, and we dey under your ministry directly as Minister of Information. And if journalists then they come under threats at a time when you sit in the space, are we protected?
So this is an important question. because I think what we need to look at now the macro trend. We move 26 places in the Press Freedom Index. We get over 90% in the freedom of information. In this period no more, liberty una don't open, nobody no can bug una. Una they say whatever una say. Me brother Lama within Truth TV, they using platform, they ring bell, talk as he wants, free. Nobody from the state. Nobody from the state. And then nobody don't do anything to Lama where the state fail for act or anybody. So with confidence is that President Bio na the father of a liberal press na Salo. Na he repeal finally the criminal libel law. Na he put in place all the mechanisms for say not a single journalist na ya dey na jail. Now individuals on social media, again, can say something, oh, you go slap you go do this, that's social media between them two people then they. Yes, and Lama take the step. But again, there's a difference between a threat from the state and a threat from individual. Some of these people that were involved in this case, the last time, he and another minister be even involved in an issue. So the minister even go say this, he file a civil suit. So it's an argument, a conversation between two people. We not go condone anybody, any threats against any citizen, whether a media professional or not. The threshold for media professional obviously is higher. Now I make the states not going to be involved in threatening any journalist, or not they hold any journalist. They're free for operates. The number of online spaces would happen. Why they go to other countries? They ask me, on I left, so I allowed them to do 50 pata. I say because we president believe in that. So sometimes when they get this conversation, all man they say, oh, we them call. It frustrates we a little bit because then people use one small isolated incident and one for paints the country like say this is a country who say we all journalists they under threats. It's simply not true. Una don't run this place fantastic. Una dinaya we they come all freely. And independent minds, independent voices. Now, we all long ago I've been on his platform. He knows say if there's an issue, all journalists what they can call them cyber. We see them call me. I know they even call make. I they go there physically for continue for assure that the vision of President Bio is secured. But we self get a responsibility for no sometimes use the platform we get for cry wolf for say oh we want happen all man pull release and you then call this. This is a conversation between two people. You can report a criminal. You can report the person because if you feel truly threatened, because threats now how I feel. How I feel. But it's not the states. It's not no policeman not threatening. Nobody with political power not threatening. Nobody. And again, the individual involved in this case was even in a dispute with a government sitting minister. What did the minister do? He filed a civil suit, then they settle out of court. They don't make peace. We expect I see the person come back, he do a post, say no, you know me and this, that. So it's important to not use one isolated incident for drum up so much that we now put the country, like say this country and a country with journalists and they in danger. No. Under me, like I say, but bigger than me, under His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio, this country now a safe space for journalists, for let them practice, they don't get no threats from the states, they're free for perform, and I go assure you, if that person they be take any step for act on a threat against another citizen, talk less of a journalist, the person for don't feel the full weight of the law enforcement of the country.
Hi, Mr. Minister. Thank you for that words of assurance. We know say we safe now for continue for talk about drugs, kush. Nobody no go threaten any journalist against it and go beat them. We don't hear it from the Minister of Information.
No, I know they say person no go threaten. Because I not as a minister,
if you don't assure
I cannot speak for one person in behavior online. People can behave online. Like right now, under the comments, I sure say I don't get 2-3 mommy because somebody don't talk say go beats me. Why not they go talk say as minister I'm not safe in a salon? But I will assure you say the state of Salone committed to protecting journalists and freedom for express themselves, other citizens and freedom of protection of expression as well. and we not going to be involved in threatening any citizen, any journalist at all.
Like you be express the seriousness of the issue of drugs currently in the country. Is government speaking with one voice regarding this issue of drugs? Because just last week we end again, we heard from the legislative arm of government, the speaker I not believe say it that serious like how the citizen and the propagator now the media.
We get 3 arms of government. We by constitution they are co-equal arms of government, and they speak for the executive. We not in the government of His Excellency, me not the official spokesperson for the government of Salone. And as the government of Salone, we include everybody as well, including the legislative arm. I can tell you, say, the President Buno would declare a national emergency if you not been things so important. And when President Buno declare, every other arm of government will fall in line. We take them very serious.
So what you make up of the statement from the speaker? Because it categorically states and they say, in all that serious, like how people in the painter, if you are sitting here saying that because it's serious make the president declare an emergency, then the speaker is saying something quite different from that, then he left a lot of question at the minds of the people.
I don't make it clear multiple times say me not the own commentary. The speaker, a respected member of the legislature, and the leader, now one of the top people in the country, I think 3rd in command of the country, now my brother, a brilliant mind, somebody who I get deep respect and affection for. I will leave at that. The position of the government of Sierra Leone is clear. This is an important issue, and that's an issue that we'll continue to address, and we can do better, and we will do better.
All right, many thanks, Mr. Minister. We joined with this morning, talk about plenty issues, them including the Civic Centre, the Miatta Conference Centre, owner there about what transformed to a civic centre, and throw light on government's approach on how now for ensure say on a fight against drugs and safe, especially the substance when they call kush. Now a pleasure for get you as always, and we'll go continue for speak on the issues there, and that's another area from the minister. All journalists safe for do their work, as according to our President's Bill. One for champion press freedom, and journalists themselves get a responsibility for ensure say they abide to the ethics of journalism. You get for be responsible whilst you they practice, although we don't get an assurance this morning from the Minister of Information say we are protected. Thank you to the production team. We produced this edition of the Breakfast Show. Samuel Thomas will give technical support, and Aisha Mansari we also support the production team for this edition. Meet you. Mina Khadija Bangura say have a great week ahead.
All right, and till we meet again, Mabel Kabadisa get a good week and stay out of drugs.
Mina Yvonne Akisoya, Mayor of Freetown, and I want Rob Mott Lilibit for this proposed plan for divide Freetown into 3 cities. The reason why government give, they're saying that because of development, they're saying that because of improving service delivery. I can tell you up front, any city where they, whose side will not plan the use of land, you not get land use planning, whose side building permits, they're not effective, it go mean to say access will be a problem. And also access not a problem, you will get challenged with disaster, you will get challenged with emergency access, you will get challenged with sanitation. And let me watch for we self, the reality of waiting 45% of we city actually fever.
Me 3 grand picking there with me picking in wealth in mama. They're all not dying at this water crisis because people block the place where the water can be just can't flush the hose. Then 4 die.
People just they build all side. So even this community what this place them when an access wood, where vehicle for come. As soon as you the kind side, so you na be access wood. If incidents happen now, vehicle one kind side, ambulance one kind side. Now this community for can collect, let's just say emergency. I wanna feel say that the ambulance go can side. The president to can go na the main line.
You see who start Mapia, motor no de kaya, bike no de kaya, or say bike de kaya. We try to cool and safe. This clean salon business. For kind size in enter. pass we take the dirty them, go to our side. To don't build at the place.
You see? Then dirty the way the community people, then they pull from and where they see small rain, where then they twin and then drainage, now then they wash now the streets where we can see. You know, I feel like one time where rain come by Kisi Road, where at the pass, rain come, I see a huge dirty in the middle of the street. You know, where because of people don't get that ideology and that mindset, they say where rain come, then garbage, they only forgot to run a gutter, let water wash them. And forget say now the city then the dirty. You know, I feel I'm for the council people on that day because them don't work that morning day, then where rain come, then come back, then can't sweep.
All this now because of planning all day. All man they do so bad. Guys, you can go inside, forget the dirty them. For care and go na do. Some people don't get choice, so you go give them clean, so you clean, so you go left the people and do what's there.
Because they don't say Freetown City Council, holy solely, they're facing a council they do road, they're facing a council they give building permit, let people and build a road, let people and block us and access road where people want to car for pass or guys for kind side, for collect people and not to mayor they in charge of giving building permits, not to mayor they in charge of making road. We get the SLRSA, we get the Ministry of Lands, when are they in charge of issue those things to people where you know they do them thing and they. If law and order no dey, all man they go do no more what he wants. Who side salon they go?
Freetown City Council not give up. We still move forward with a new sanitation bylaw, and we really expect to see continued improvements because we don't make improvements. Dividing the city, the situation go worse because the Lily money we for go towards service delivery will now go for run the operating cost of 2 additional councils. So let we not fix the wrong problem. The problem we need for fix, now the problem of service delivery. Dividing Freetown, not get for fix now and day.
Term them like this, where politics they shape with future, career they define we path them, and the economy they touch everybody in life.
Big thank you to
one program where they ask the hard question them and Semuso bring the answer them close to you, face to face with the movers and shakers, the voice them will matter, the issue them will count, one time per week, one big name, one big issue, one-on-one on Liberty Online TV. Every Friday, 8 to 9 p.m. with Khadija Bangura. One-on-one, only on Liberty Online TV.
You are watching Liberty Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV.